Okay, shalom, greetings to all of us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, greeting over to my name Citra Siagian. We are group 3 and my friends.
My name is Christin Leonnard.
My name is Cindy Monica.
My name is Christopher Daniel.
And mine is Cindy.
Okay, on this occasion, my group and I will present the final result of the project proposal with the title or about XYZ Limited Company. And next, I will explain about XYZ Limited Company. XYZ Limited Company is a company engaged in manufacturing, which carry out the production process and produce product of good quality. And for the background, according to our group, the warehouse is an area that function to store goods, and we know that the warehouse has an important role in the smooth running of company revenue. And in our opinion, every company must have its own strategy and design to form a warehouse that can help simplify existing activity in the warehouse. But in this, not a few companies are not too concerned with good warehouse. And SYZ Limited Company has difficulties in managing the process that occur in the financed product. Besides that, it also often experience inaccurate information and difficulties in the process of finding the financed product. And for the problem formulation, with the previous explanation, we can find out that XYZ Limited Company suffered losses in the financed product warehouse, which made this a problem for the company. So yeah, we think it is necessary to prepare the finance product warehouse in order to minimize or elimination or eliminate losses of the company. Next.
Research objectives. The purpose of this research are first, to analyze the causes of losses incurred at limited company XYZ by reviewing its current management system, warehouse layout, standard operating procedures, and updating an information in the warehouse, and to make a design improvement using a warehouse management system. Next. The benefits of this research are first, to provide information to limited company XYZ regarding the cause or root cause of the current loss, and then to help limited company XYZ in overcoming deficiencies in its current warehouse management. Next.
Okay, so the next is literature review. The first literature review is warehouse. So the warehouse is a place to put and store various items needed in the process production, such as raw materials, semi-finished goods, finished goods, and other items to support the production process. The next is the activity that occur in warehouse are receiving. Receiving is when the product comes to the warehouse, then we receive it, and then the put away. The put away is an activity when the product is been moved to the storage. The storage is when the product is being stored. The picking is when the order is came and the operator of the warehouse can pick the product. And then the shipping is the product that has been picked is going to be shipped to the customer. And then based on its ownership, warehouse is divided into private warehouse and public warehouse. The private warehouse is a storage facility for goods owned or leased by the company for its own use for a period of a certain time, while the public warehouse is a facility storage of goods leased for public use, so it can provide a variety of service with varying duration between every item. Then a good warehouse management system, can reduce waste, increase warehouse efficiency and productivity. The second literature review is warehouse layout. So a warehouse layout has an important role in operating a warehouse. If there is no good warehouse layout, then the entire process that occurs in the warehouse can be disorganized and ordered, so that it can cause losses. There is a type of warehouse layout. There's a two type of warehouse layout. The first is U-flow warehouse. Type U-flow warehouse is a layout for the flow of goods in to out like the letter of U, starting from receiving, then going into storage, then if there is an order for goods, the goods will be taken or moved towards shipping. The second type is through flow warehouse. In this type, the placement of goods is adjusted to the type of item, such as highest to lowest item rotation. And then for the warehouse layout, order picking is be considered too. The determination of strategy in order picking can affect the determination of governance warehouse location. For example, if order picking use a forklift, then a width of the aisle must match the width of the vehicles and be added to the width for pedestrians. So that to organize the layout of the warehouse can consider the order picking strategy implemented by the warehouse. The third literature review is standard operating procedure. So standard operating procedures are used as standard guidelines for employees in carrying out an activity. So the process can be carried out more neatly and minimize gaps between activities carried out by different employees. So SOP can be drawn to improve quality of work, shorten work processes, and regulate operator performance in order to stay meet company standard. Next.
The next is science research method. The first is research method. This research is an applied research because this research was conducted by applying existing theories to solve the problem and make the repair design. And then the research philosophy. This research include positivism research because the researcher perform data collection, objective analysis, and make a conclusion. C is research approach based on modes. This research belong to deduction research because this research use theory, information on the layout of goods, SOP, and information in the warehouse. D, research strategy. This research include action research because this research is conducted to evaluate, solve problem, and make corrective action system analytic. Next.
And next is about the framework of thinking. This framework of thinking begins with determining the focus of the problem, namely the loss of or losing profit in the finished product warehouse. Identification of the cause of the problem is done by collecting secondary data from the company and the observation. Collecting secondary data in the form of company's SOP files, business process files, and bookkeeping operations that have been carried out in the company. Observations were made to identify the layout, work processes, and use of information systems in the warehouse by collecting data on sales of goods and current layouts, and data on the use of information systems in the current warehouse. From the secondary data that has been collected, SOP files, business process files, and bookkeeping are reviewed to find out any differences or irregularities that can cause losses to XYZ limited company. If a discrepancy is found, a new SOP or workflow design will be carried out accordingly. From the data on sales of goods sold and layout, an optimal layout is designed to carry it out using the ABC analysis method. If it is necessary to improve it, a new warehouse layout proposal will be designed. From the data on the use of current information systems, a review of the information's performance and effectiveness of the information system is carried out. If there is an ineffective use of the current information systems, a system update design will be carried out if it's really needed or the company agrees. And the design of maintenance schedules and company information systems updates are also needed if the company agrees. The result of improving the layout, work path, and the information systems, if repaired, can have an effect on reducing losses in the company's finished product warehouse. Next. And next is about the research step. The first is the observations. The observations to find out the current layout, process flow in the warehouse, and the use of information systems in the warehouse. And next is about the problem formulation. Losses in the finished product warehouse, because losses in the finished product warehouse is the problem because of the warehouse management is not good enough, so it needs to be repaired. And next is about the research goals. First, to analyze the causes of losses by reviewing the management system, warehouse layout, SOPs, and the updating information in the warehouse. Second, to make improvement plans using a warehouse management system. And next is about the literature review. Reviewing literatures on the layout of goods, SOPs, and information in the warehouse. Next is about the collecting data or the data collection. The first is the primary data in the form of interviews and observations. And the second is about the secondary data in the form of company documents. Next is processing and analysis of data. First, to identify and analyze the layout format for placing goods, process flow in the warehouse, and use of information systems in the warehouse. Second, perform layout analysis using IPC analysis method, sustainability of processes in the warehouse and existing SOPs, and information systems in the warehouse and their use. And the third, to make plans or suggestions for improvement from the result of the analysis. And last, the conclusions. It's to provide the conclusions and suggestions in accordance with the results of data processing and analysis. Next. And that's all from us. Thank you for your attention.